What's going on, everybody? It's Dom and the coach. We're back filming again at the Ulman house because Dom's getting radiation this week up here at Johns Hopkins. But the Ulman house, we appreciate everything that they're doing for Dom and Mrs. Coach. And Dom, you know what you want to hear something crazy? So when I
Mm.
was walking in last night, I actually found $20 on the sidewalk. Did you know that? So I
Wow.
thought to myself, what would Jesus do in that if he found $20, what would
He would give it to a homeless person.
he would give it to a homeless person? It's not what I did. I wound up turning it into wine.
Welcome to Dom and the Coach.
All right, so again, we are at the Ullman House and the Ullman Foundation, and we came up here last night and we were able to stay the night. This morning, I was able to wake up and go with Dom to radiation over at the Weinberg building.
I have returned with the yawns.
Returning with the yawns. Are you kidding me? Am I boring you that much?
No,
It's
it's
it's because we woke up so early for him to
yeah,
go get
that's
radiation.
true.
Yeah, so
7 a.m.
7 a.m. So we literally drove a mile, maybe two, parked in the lower garage, and Dom didn't want to drive in that lower garage. Literally, you can't fit two cars side by side going up and down. It's pretty difficult. But Dom went in for radiation, and I met some other guys who were getting a radiation too. We talked about um, tailgating, the best foods we ever had tailgating. These guys were talking about wild
Excuse me.
these guys were talking about wild boar. They were talking about steak. They were talking about um, like sausages from all over the world. And I said, well, the best thing I ever had was duck. And they were like, duck, that's amazing. And it was just an old story. And so I just jumped into the conversation, met them and such. And I remember years ago when Don went through uh, cancer the first time, somebody said, when you go to radiation, don't talk to anybody. Just stay quiet. Everybody's there and just be quiet. And I realized that's not how we get through things. We get through things because we're
Yeah.
stronger together. We're better together. And
Mhm.
so that was a really cool experience. And now we came back to the Omen House, and Dom wanted to show me all the things that the Omen House has to offer.
So here's a little something.
All right, so that was the montage that we put together from the Ulman house. Tom, is there any, well, you know what? Let's pull it back. On all three levels, we have the upstairs, we have the middle section with the kitchen, and we have the basement. Which is your favorite room upstairs?
Probably the pudding.
The putting?
Yeah.
All right,
Fun.
that's pretty cool. All right, middle floor,
Kitchen.
kitchen, where all the food is, this
Uh-huh.
guy. And then on the bottom floor, let me guess, game room,
Yeah. I'm not
Xbox.
much of a musician, so
Not much of a musician, but you are definitely a gamer.
yeah.
Definitely lots of play or lots of Xbox, PlayStation, and everything else and such. So,
Hmm.
again, we'd like to thank Omen House. You're going to hear me say thank you to them a lot. We are very blessed that we are here, and with great experience while you're here. And how can you if you're in this place and you're bored, I think your entire life is boring. So, anything else you want to add to the montage?
No.
All right, and so Dom, my hero. What's next?
Top five.
All right, and just like all heroes, Dom is my hero these days, and my hero wanted to be in
Stark Tower. This is Avengers Tower. Actually, this is where Thor tested everyone to see if they can all lift his hammer.
what movie was that?
Avengers Age of Ultron, a Marvel movie,
A Marvel movie.
hinting at our top five list this week. Our top five favorite Marvel movies.
Top five Marvel movies. Are you going to go first,
I can, yeah.
as always?
Yeah. Let's pull up my list.
He doesn't
All
have it
right.
memorized. Interesting.
I know, you're right. Number five, Captain America, The Winter Soldier. The first movie that the Russo brothers directed.
The Who brothers?
The Russo brothers.
I thought you said the Rooster brothers.
No, Russo.
Russo. Okay.
Russo.
I don't know. Are you
Phenomenal
SSO?
movie. It was a great movie. Bucky returned. Even though he was evil, he turned out to be good in the end because he saved Steve from the river. And then we don't see him again for a couple more movies. And it was just really good. I really enjoyed it.
All right. Who else? What other characters were introduced in that
Oh
one?
yeah, Sam Wilson, which now is the new Captain America,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't like at first, but then the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show came out, and that really made me like Sam's
Yeah,
character.
Sam Wilson's great.
And when he got the shield, and that ending when he was training with it was so cool. And then the suit, the vibranium suit that the Wakandans made him, was really cool. And then the trailer for the movie
Okay, okay.
looks really good
So, The
too.
Winter Soldier, that's your number five.
Yes.
All right, number four.
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
I didn't see any of the Spider-Man, so don't worry, they're not going to be on my list. Everybody loves Tom Holland. I can't stand his voice. It's so annoying. I
Okay.
don't know. That's me. I digress.
I
Okay,
like this movie because they brought back my boy Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
your boy,
Uh, Whatever.
he's a
It's a
man.
term.
You're a boy.
It's a term.
All right.
And Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. Andrew was the best Peter, and some say that Tom is the best of both. But my favorite will always be Tobey. Tobey Maguire is the original Spider-Man. He will always be my favorite.
Well, if it means anything, I think what was her name? Kristen Dunst. She'll always be the best MJ.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, Zendaya is doing a pretty good job.
Whatever. I just see her in The Greatest Showman. I can't stop seeing her in The Greatest Showman. So, all right, number three.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This is the
All right,
animated
I
one.
did see that. That was great. I thought that was
I love the animation. Animation was so good in this movie.
Miles Morales. Is that his name?
Yes.
Very cool character. I really liked how they
Yes.
did that.
Even
Anything
though,
else?
um,
You're not trying to break down.
I know. I don't know, it was just overall it was such a good movie. The story was great. I don't think there's any issues I found with it.
Okay.
Normally there's issues within movies that I see, but in this movie, none that I notice.
None yet. Okay. Number two.
Avengers Endgame.
Okay.
I just love that final battle sequence. Cap gets the hammer, shows off with the lightning.
The hammer. It's called the hammer.
Mjolnir,
Mjolnir.
whatever. That was like the best.
I mean, just went,
When he went like this, we all were like, and then he caught it and it was like,
and Thor goes,
I knew it!
and then
As he's getting beat up.
Thanos kicks him in the chest.
And then there's another little sequence where Cap accidentally grabs Stormbreaker and Thor goes, no, you get the little one.
Yeah.
I get the big one.
Anything else about that?
I know it's sad, but Iron Man's sacrifice, by far the greatest sacrifice in all Marvel history, besides Logan, that was pretty good in that movie.
Okay. I think Iron Man's sacrifice was bigger than Logan's, but
Yeah, but Logan was an anchor being.
okay, go ahead.
Number one.
By the way, we didn't know that at the time.
I know. Number one. Avengers Infinity War.
Well, okay, why?
That was a great movie too. Even though in the end, Thanos snaps half away everyone. Like it was just the pacing was good. It was just a really good movie. The actors were great. Tom Holland got the Iron Spider suit, which was phenomenal. My
Okay.
favorite suit.
All right. Okay. What are you talking about? That has to be your number one?
Infinity War is my
Dude,
favorite.
your list is okay, it's a decent list. I'm not gonna lie. And if you don't like it, comment. Comment. But finishing with Infinity War,
Mm-hmm.
dude, it literally was like great movie, great movie, great movie. Thank you. You have to leave. And it didn't finish. It didn't finish. Everybody just left there like, now, now what? Oh, now what? You have to wait a year and a half until Endgame comes out?
That's why it's my number one, because it ended on a cliffhanger.
It's
Biggest
okay,
cliffhanger in
no,
cinema
no, I
history.
don't think it is. I don't think it is. Maybe Back to the Future 2, when Marty just poofs in the air getting struck by lightning, or I'm sorry, Doc just kind of poofs into the air, getting
Oh
struck by
yeah, that
lightning,
was.
and Marty's like, "What?" And he looks up, and the little thing twirls down from the end of the DeLorean, and he's sitting there. Then it starts raining, and then a car pulls up and says, "Are you Marty? Marty McFly?" And he's like, "Yeah." All of a sudden, the guy gets out of the car and gives him a letter that's been sitting around for 80 years. And he opens it up and he goes, "Doc's alive. Well, he's dead, but he's back in the old west, but he's alive." And it's like, now what? Oh, now you have to wait 2 more years for it to come out. Number three to come out to find out what actually happened.
And three was pretty good.
It was okay. It was all right. Back
Two is the best. Two is the best.
Back to the Future.
I like the second one.
One is the best. So now you're.
I don't know. I like the second
Let
one.
me ask you a question. Lord of the Rings. Did you like the Two Towers? Was that your favorite?
No,
Why?
it was slow.
Okay. But
Return of the King is the best.
right, it ended on a cliffhanger. Return of the King is the best
Return of the King is the best. Yeah,
by far.
by
Okay.
far. Yeah.
All right, you ready for my list? By the way, I don't hate your list, but finishing like that, man, I don't know. You just left it hanging. All right, so my number five, Black Panther. We
Hmm.
were introduced to the Black Panther in what?
Captain America: Civil War.
Civil War. By the way, Civil War is an honorable mention for me because we
Same.
we were introduced to the Black Panther, and also in the Civil War we were also introduced to Spider-Man.
Hmm.
And they were on the good side or whatever, the Iron Man
Yeah,
side,
they're all
whatever.
cursed.
Um,
There's a theory because Iron Man's dead, T'Challa's dead, Black Widow's dead, Tom or Spider Man, no one knows who he is, and War Machine was switched with the scroll.
and then also
And Vision's dead.
Vision's dead. Interesting.
All of Team Cap except for Captain America is still alive.
Well, that's a pretty good theory. Anyway, Civil War Endgame introduced Black Panther. And when it introduced Black Panther and he literally chased Bucky up the wall and, he was chasing him all over the place, I was like, this is gonna be good. And they kept saying, oh, wait for Black Panther to come, wait for Black Panther to come out. And when it came out, it had so many different things. And like the vibranium, we always heard about it, but then you see it where it's being, where it's produced and how it looks like Africa. And all of a sudden, you just kind of come through the clouds and there's Wakanda. And just, oh man, it was so, so cool. And the
Mm-hmm.
regeneration and Michael, what was it? Michael B.
Michael B.
Jordan?
Jordan as the
Yeah,
villain,
when he like
Killmonger,
when he pulled down his lip and you could see
the
uh,
symbols,
the symbols in
that
his
he was Wakandan was
yeah,
so cool.
hands down, I was just like enthralled. I and plus the soundtrack, awesome, awesome
Mm-hmm.
soundtrack. So that's number five for me. Number four, Deadpool Wolverine. Now, I had seen different parts of the first couple Deadpools. I liked them, but I wasn't like, whoa, this is great. Ryan Reynolds is the greatest thing of all time. I wasn't like that. I had also seen
As you
X-Men.
see, it wasn't on my list.
Okay,
It's an honorable mention.
thank you. I had also seen X-Men, and I
It's number
thought that
six.
Hugh Jackman's role as Wolverine was always great. But he was always so serious. And to see the two of them, one who's a joker, one who is super serious, come together and fight each other at times and, joke around with others at times, pick with each other at times, and then come together and fight together. It was just something I really
Mm-hmm.
thought was really, really well done. And I want to see it again now that it's on Disney Plus. Um, so many different cameos in that movie. And that's what I do love about Deadpool. They always throw in cameos and such. So, my favorite was when Wesley Snipes walked out as
Oh,
Blade and just looked like a badass. It was so cool. I really liked it. So, no language. Number three, Iron Man, the OG, the original. Just
yeah.
watching Tony Stark go through and become Iron Man and build a suit to what he liked and wreck the cars in the basement in their garage and then figure it out. Finally, he gets flying and you know, they're like, Tony, is that you, Tony? Who was that? It was
Rhodes
Rhodes was like, hey man, what are you up to? Oh, nothing, just flying around. And he's like
driving.
driving around. He's like walks around. He goes, "Man, is this you that I see on the screen?" And I mean, I just liked all the parts of it. And Jeff Bridges played the bad guy,
Hmm.
and when he came up and was like, "Pew," and like Tony's like, "Oh,"
I
man,
know. I didn't like that part,
I,
but
I did. I mean, it was
and then took the arc reactor out
yeah.
so
Th-
Tony would die.
there was so many cool parts to that movie, and it really set it off as this is what we have to look forward to.
Hmm.
We're going to see all these different special effects,
That was the first
CGI, right?
Marvel movie. Well,
Was it?
not in timeline order, but that's the
Oh, okay. That was the first one?
first Marvel.
I don't think he's right about that.
No, no,
I
no.
think Incredible Hulk came out.
In no 2008.
All right. Well, either
I
way,
think Iron Man came out first.
that's the first one I saw, so it was cool to me. So that was my number three. I really liked it. Plus, you had uh Gwyneth Paltrow in it
Hmm.
as what was her name?
Pepper Potts.
Pepper Potts. And so I thought I really liked her character. She was serious, but yet, just dealt with um Tony Stark and such. So I liked it. I liked it. Number two, Avengers Endgame, not Infinity War, Endgame, because it ended what Infinity War started. Yes, Infinity War I did like, but you don't put Endgame before
It's my
Infinity War.
list.
You put Infinity War, then Endgame. The
It's my
Endgame,
list.
put it all together. Okay, fine. It's your list. What I liked about Endgame is you saw different pieces of what people did after the blip. Okay. And
Hmm.
unfortunately, like Cap was still trying to be the hero, he was still trying to lift others up. Thor just wasted away. He must have found lots of $20 bills and turned them into wine. But, Thor was enjoying the time he had, but he was wasting it away. And, Captain Marvel, who was just a terrible, terrible character and everything else. I mean, she was okay, but she was the ultimate. Yeah, right. Anyway, so
You don't like Captain Marvel.
I don't know if I like the person who played Captain Marvel. She just seems bleh. Anyway, so she's flying around and helping the world and helping the galaxy and everything else. you see all these different characters who are trying to hold on, and then all of a sudden, is it Stephen Lang?
Scott.
Scott. I don't know who Stephen Lang is. Scott Lang shows up, and they're all like, "We can do something else. We can get him back." And they got to get Tony, and they just kind of pull all the pieces together.
And
And
then
Hawk shows up.
Tony and Steve are working together again.
Yeah,
They shook hands and they became friends again. That
after a little bit of an argument,
yeah,
such.
that
But
was like hands down my favorite part.
right, they kind of get back.
Besides Cap getting the
Anyway,
sledgehammer.
yes, I mean, but I think my favorite part was when Cap is just beaten down and he looks up at Thanos. He looks at everything coming out at the sky. Thanos has called the rest of the army, whatever it was, and he just looks beaten down, but he gets up, he's bleeding.
Shield's cut in half.
Shield's cut in half, and all of a sudden you hear on your left,
And
and
it was
It's
Sam.
Sam. And he kind of like, Cap does, like, hits his ear, like he can hear him, and all of a sudden the portals start opening up all over the place. Oh, I just got the chills thinking about it. And
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden everybody kind of comes out of the portals. Cap goes, Avengers! Assemble! And then all of a sudden it was like, and the running at the enemy
Yeah.
that they all did together. Brilliant, brilliant. And then at the end, Thanos gets the all the stones back
The
in
Nano Gauntlet.
the nano gauntlet.
Yeah.
He gets them all, and he thinks he has them, and he goes, "I am inevitable,"
Inevitable.
and he snaps, and there's nothing. And he looks at the back. There's nothing there, and he turns and looks at Tony Stark. He goes, "I am Iron Man."
I am Iron
Oh, he missed the snap.
Man. No.
Oh, he actually snapped, and you see it.
And actually, if you pay attention to the new Deadpool movie, I noticed this like yesterday because I was
Why are
watching.
we talking on the mouth like this? Come on.
But the way that Deadpool says, I am the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus. Is
Marvel.
literally the way Iron Man. It's the same pacing as, and I am Iron
Okay.
Man. It was the same
So
pacing.
recently saw a reel, and it would have been really cool if when he said, "I am Iron Man," that when he snapped, you hear dun 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 dun
I showed you
dun dun
that.
dun dun. Dun. Yeah, he did. Whatever. And then I thought that'd be really cool is that you start seeing everyone just kind of like the cool. That would have been neat, me personally. But
Yeah, I'm the one
anyway,
who showed you that. Don't think you found that.
whatever. I found it. I don't know. I find things.
You
So
found it in your messenger that I sent you.
that is very true. Okay, back to my list
Yeah,
because we've
sorry.
train wrecked and derailed.
Sorry.
Okay, so anyway, I just love the end game. I thought it was great. And at the end, when Cap gave Sam the shield and Bucky, is looking and he smiles at Sam like, hey, you deserve it,
Mhm.
that type of thing. I really thought it was well done. And yes, I know there was a lot of tears at the end and, oh, Cap's gone. Is he? Is he gone? Has we ever seen him dead? No. I'm just saying.
And then
Number
now they're
one,
bringing back
what?
all the actors again.
Maybe. Number one, Winter Soldier. I did like Winter Soldier. I loved Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Wilson's character was great, great, and Black Widow. Her interaction with Cap the entire time, their playful act. Um, she knew that they weren't gonna get together or anything like that, but she was playful with him to get him to, step out of your comfort zone, that type of stuff, and just the action. As soon as you think it's slowing down, boom, it comes back again and slows down, bam, and such.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, there was lots of little surprises throughout. I just loved Winter Soldier, and for me, I did like the other movies that I had seen before, but when I saw Winter Soldier, that was it. I was hooked. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, since Endgame, a lot of other different movies have come out. Um, some I've liked, majority I have not liked.
Yeah.
The
Same.
TV shows that have come out, most of them I can't stand. But
Loki.
Loki was incredible. I did like Loki both
What
seasons.
if? What if was good?
Did not. appreciate it at all. And Secret Invasion I thought was stupid.
Secret Invasion was
Um,
trash.
the Marvels,
No, I'm not watching it.
no,
Refused.
no, just not into it. And so,
I
like,
don't like Miss Marvel.
right. So
Her
there,
character is not as good.
he believes her character is not as good. Everybody keeps talking about the writing's been down, and then all of a sudden, Deadpool Wolverine comes out, and they're like, Marvel's back.
And
The,
then they dropped the trailer for Thunderbolt and Brave New World, which are look so good.
well, they look okay.
Thunderbolt looks so
So
good.
we'll see.
Bucky's back as the Winter Soldier. He uses his metal arm to shoot the magnetic detonator that he shot at Nick Fury in the
Okay.
Winter Soldier.
All right. Stopping all that.
I know,
Okay.
sorry.
Anyway, we'll see if Marvel's back or if it ever went anywhere, if this is what it does. It just ebbs and flows, ebbs and flows. All
Probably.
right. Honorable mentions. I already listed Civil War. Give me one or two for you.
Deadpool Wolverine. Um,
Any
Iron
others?
Man.
That's because I listed it
The original Spider-Man movies.
with
Tobey Maguire.
Kirsten Dunst.
Hmm.
Hmm. By the way, the upside down kiss in that original Spider-Man, where he was hanging upside down, inverted, and he kissed MJ, who was standing there, and then also, shh, that was that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, any others?
Um, Probably the Deadpool movies too.
All right. Well, that was a good list, and that was a good top five, and I'm glad we did that finally. Dom's
Mhm.
been nagging me to do that for a while, but as coach, I can't get into just movies all the time, and especially like superhero movies. But again, for my hero, Dom's going through it right now, so I just wanted to make sure we hit what he wanted to
Mhm.
do. And as we wrap up, we really, really, really want to thank the new uh what is it, 50, no, 70 subscribers we've had in the last week and a half.
Mhm.
We really appreciate you, and I know a
I
lot.
was very surprised. I saw that and was like,
Very excited, and I
yeah,
know a lot of them are students of mine, and
I
that's the reason
appreciate
I'm
it.
representing y'all today. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the notification, the bell, so you know when our stuff comes out. And again, we wanted to try and do it week by week, but with his schedule, we're just not going to push it. With the holidays coming up, we're still going to try and get some out and maybe go to different other locations too. And again, we thank the Ulman House, the Ulman Foundation. We're in Stark Tower right now, but earlier we were in a room that they use as a conference room, and as you saw from the montage, they literally let us take over lots of areas today. So we just really thank them, and we want to give back to them any way possible. Dom's going to have the link in the bottom
Hmm.
for the Omen Foundation and such. Dom, is there any other questions that you may have?
Yes. So this guy likes to put up Christmas trees, and then we have four. Why do you put up Christmas trees before Thanksgiving?
Dude, let there be light. Let there be light. Since I was a little kid, we always had fake trees. I love them because you don't have to worry about them dying. You don't have to worry about dogs peeing on them. You don't have to keep filling up the basin with water.
Yeah.
Um, and you can put them wherever you want. If you don't like it somewhere, slide it over somewhere else. Take it apart, put it somewhere else. I love Christmas trees. And so in our living room, I have two little ones and two big ones. The little ones are about 3.5 feet tall. The two big ones are 6.5 feet tall. Does one of them maybe block the TV a little bit? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I see.
Does another one kind of block the walkway? Maybe a little
For
bit.
old mama.
This is her old mom. We don't call her old mama, by the way. We call her mama.
Mama, yeah.
So,
Whatever.
yeah, but I don't normally put decorations on the trees until after Thanksgiving. But right now, let there be light. Let there be light. I don't have anything against Thanksgiving. I don't
Right.
want to push Thanksgiving away, but I love to celebrate Christmas as early as possible. It's the most joyful season for me. And you know what? If I could, I would hang Christmas lights around my house entire year long, but I haven't. And really, in recent years, I'm the only one that really appreciates all the lights and the trees and everything. So, four trees it is for me this year inside the house. Actually, there's five. There's another one. Did you know where the other one was?
Yeah, my mom's tree.
My mom's
Her
tree
room.
in her little den area.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a colorful tree, but all the white light trees are in our living room, our TV room. So, I'm glad you asked that question. Let there be
Yeah.
light and let us show the light to others, maybe. So, all right. Anything else?
Mm-mm.
Y'all, thank you again. This is episode
31.
31. We've getting over the 30 mark. That's pretty cool. 31 episodes. And you know what? We could not do it without viewers like you.
Mm-hmm.
And your support of us. We appreciate your support of the cue ball over here and the cue ball underneath here. And our family. We love you guys so much. I cannot express how thankful we all are for all the support and help and prayers and meals and gifts. It's beautiful. It truly is. And so our support, our Dom Squad team, thank you so much also. And until we talk to you again, we wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Eat lots of food, spend lots of time with family, love on other people. If you got to watch football, you got to watch football, but maybe watch some hockey and maybe just hang out. You don't want to watch hockey?
No.
Ovechkin's going for the record this year, man.
I
He's
know. I
30
never
goals
got
away.
into hockey.
Anyway, not going to go there right now. We'll come back to that some other time, but just spend time with family. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications, share with your family and friends. Maybe they'll enjoy our list. Maybe they'll enjoy our banter. Maybe they'll just enjoy listening to us. Anything else?
Mm-mm.
My man, super proud of you. You're our hero. Thank you again, Ulman House, for everything you're doing to support us as well. And until we talk to you again, we love you guys.